Hi all, welcome back to the final whistle for the Championship predictions, week 20 by the way. Yeah, we're nearly at the halfway stage of the Championship season. This one is the second show of the week. We've got a third one coming up on Thursday night. We're getting through the thick of it. Saturday or Friday, whenever your teams play to midweek, and then obviously weekend again. So, boys, how are we? Steve?
Yeah, can't complain. I had to delay the start of the show because I had to get home and eat. And I'll be honest with you guys, I had a 20-minute nap. All right, I went for a nap. I can't help it. Otherwise, I'll fall asleep during this. So that's why we're a little bit late tonight. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah, blame Steve. Rich, how are we, mate?
How far did you run? How far did you go for a run?
I did a 16-kilometer run.
Wow.
Yeah, an hour and 32 minutes. So I'm fucked. Genuinely, I think when it's pissing it down and it's dark, running at the best time is annoying anyway. But yeah, I was listening to the Test Match Special podcast. I had to take it off after 40 minutes in. I was like, take them off, headphones out, just carry on running in anger at the cricket. But
no cricket talk tonight, Jack. No cricket talk.
No cricket
talk.
Me
and Steve, we're not talking about it.
How are we though, Rich? Anyway,
I'm good, mate. I've had a nice chill day. I watched a bit of. Who was I watching this afternoon? Slough versus Macclesfield.
Any good?
FA Cup. I can't remember who scored the second Macclesfield goal in extra time. If you've not seen it, check it out because it's an absolute worldie. They're in the third round for the first time. I think the draw is it tomorrow tea time. The draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6:45, I believe.
6:45 is it? So we'll see who we both get.
Might go each other.
Well,
see. We'll see. Everyone, welcome to the predictions where three lads talk about football. We probably ain't got the great knowledge of it, but we give it a go anyway. It's called banter. It's a good laugh, and we get you guys involved in it as well. Let's use it.
No, it's just so he's pointed out. Thomas this is just the GIF hub, whatever it is. It's the watermark for the photo.
It's about time Steve gave Oliver Skip some credit, mate.
Damn right. Fucking Andrea Skippo.
Andrea Iniesta, mate. That's what it is. Honestly,
no, Pirlo. I was going with Pirlo there, Jack.
Pirlo.
I don't know if you remember Pirlo being how young.
I do remember Pirlo. Yes, I do remember Pirlo. Yeah, with Panenka penalties and very good Italian midfielder. With nice long hair, great hair. Pirlo, mate. One of the best Italian players I think I've ever seen. Right, let's Susan. Jay, how are we? Borough fan. Adam's in. How are you, Adam, mate? Fair play, parachute clubs pulled off some big wins. We did. Don't tell the old league that though. That were parachute payment teams. Things getting us. Super Hoopers. How are we, Richard? Look on the bright side. You could be praying a grand for a season ticket at Anfield. Well, things aren't going great for Liverpool at the minute, especially after that draw with Leeds. Hello, Watford, by the way. That's the only thing we won't be talking about Leeds tonight. Hi, everyone. Great results for us and Rich. Yeah, evening, Phil. Jordan James, watch him play on a Saturday. He can pass, he can score. Having the time of his life, Steve.
Yeah, very much. We love an Aberson, don't we?
Steve missed it, mate. Steve missed Jordan James having the time of his life at Pride Park.
I miss Oliver Skip more, Jack. I miss that goal more than Jordan James.
We're going to get into Oliver Skip's goal, actually, because that was phenomenal.
Chris is a town fan. Chris is a town fan. He's in Queenstown, New Zealand. Good evening, Chris.
Evening from the UK, Chris. Hope you're good, mate. Good to see you in. And then we have got Thomas in, who's a Wrexham fan, talking about Mo Salah. He must support Liverpool and Wrexham. There's some people who support two clubs. I don't know, but they do.
Game's gone.
Looked a lot happier Saturday, Jack. Much needed, I think. Guys, as always, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go and subscribe to the Suffolk Crunch as well, where Rich does all these match previews, reviews, and all that over there. Talking about Ipswich Town. Light target tonight then, boys. What are we going for? I mean, we went for 50 last week. We got 52. So we got 2 more than we hoped for. So what do you reckon tonight, Steve and Rich?
53?
Yeah. We'll go back to 53.
Yeah, go for it.
Lovely stuff. Very after a statement win. Yeah, much needed win for Ipswich, to be honest, especially against the league leaders. Big week for Marty. Yeah. Just a like on the stream. Appreciate that. Right then, Steve, you're the man with the points. How have we done this week? Is it good or is it bad?
Well, it's bad for you, Jack. You reverted to type, 0 points this week. I think that is the 5th time this season so far. 6th time. Hang on, I'm going up. That's the 6th time this season, Jack. You've hit 0 points. Whereas Rich and myself, we both got 1 each. Rich, you got the Preston North End versus Wrexham result correct, and I got the Swansea versus Oxford result correct. So the scores on the doors. Jack, you are on 19. I'm on 23, and Rich is on 25.
Lovely stuff. Right, let's have a look at the games from week 19 then. So we started at Hull. Hull 1, Middlesbrough 4. I mean, Middlesbrough ran rampant in that first half, by the way. A dodgy penalty, maybe we could call it, with Hull, where we weren't a penalty, where I don't think he touched him, to be honest. But how do you think that game went, Rich, in the 4-1 for Borough? I mean, Hayden Hackney were fantastic, by the way, again, and Morgan Whittaker with another goal.
Yeah, didn't watch it, but I was following it, and well, it was over by half time, wasn't it? I mean, it's such a strange league when you think we beat Hull 2-0, then they went to Stoke and won last weekend, and then obviously they go and get turned over 4-1 at home. I mean, great result for Bury. New gaffer there. He's won 2 out of 2. He's flying, and look, there's always, Ant says there's always goals, doesn't he, in the whole game? But obviously 4 conceded at home is not ideal, but they'll be obviously looking to bounce back this week. It's a good chance that if you have a bad result this weekend, you always like it if you have an evening game coming up in the week to try and get rid of that. When you're in the Premier League, Steve, there was hardly any midweek games. It bored me to tears. I love midweek football. It's great when you play 3 games in a week, so it gives you the chance to if you have a bad result, to hopefully turn it round.
Yeah. Especially during the Christmas period as well. We all love football during the Christmas period. I think it's my favourite part of football itself, having this period at Christmas where there's just games on games on games. Like it's what separates the English leagues compared to everywhere else, for sure.
I agree. Boys, let's talk about the first one. Derby taking on Leicester. Derby 1, Leicester 3. That game were over by half time, by the way. Steve, fantastic performance by the Foxes in the first half. We were playing like prime Barcelona, mate, to be fair. Oliver Skipp scored an absolute beauty of a volley. Hadn't scored for 2 years and 10 months prior to that game, by the way. What a way to get a goal.
Well, he shinned it. It was a clarid shin, wasn't it? He didn't connect with it. It still counts. It still counts when he shinned it, for sure. Yeah, first half, fantastic. Should have been 4 up because that IU goal was an offside. And, that was Jordan IU potentially scoring a diving header, which was not on my bingo list. Second half, look, we took our foot off the pedal a little bit and we went more defensive. We didn't have a single shot on goal in the second half. Our XG was 0. So that's not ideal. But I guess when the game's done, you come out and you take the 3 points and everyone's happy. So it's a confidence builder for sure. By all accounts, Oliver Skipp is showing that he's a decent midfielder at this level. With JJ next to him, Bobby in that cam position works quite well. I'd say there's still some bits and pieces to work on, but overall, look, you take the win against a tricky side, and look, they got blown out of the water, which is outstanding. And look, Shippo, sorry mate, Derby is shit.
Oh, Maybe Shippo's in the chat. I don't know.
I don't think he is, but we said it to him in the chat last night. So,
well, there we go. No, good win for Leicester. The boys gave everything out on that pitch, and they left it all on. We talked about fight, character, commitment. We got it all. We did it without Harry Winks and Wout Fass.
Rat. Sorry.
Well,
Tourette's
Bobby Reid, I think he's done well in that number 10 role. Steve, great goal by Skip. I'm happy for Skip in a way because he has been putting in some decent performances, even as a centre back, a left back, and a midfielder. So he's there when we need him, and I think that's his best ever performance at Leicestershire, all over the place yesterday, and fully deserved the plaudits. You then look at the third goal, which we scored, Jordan James grabbing his 5th goal of the season for Leicester. And that guy, he just enjoys his games and he's more consistent. He looks happy and it's great for him to help the team. But obviously, Derby got one back, which consolation. But yeah, Leicester rode the storm after the 10 minutes that Derby had after did score. And yeah, I think every player was very good. The defence held up. Ben Nelson, fantastic yesterday. Skolastic made some good saves. Vestergaard made a good block. And Leicester did their job and back to winning ways in a much-needed win. Rich, what did you take from Leicester's game, Rich?
Well, look, it's always a tricky place, Derby, I suppose, with the form that they were on. Spoke on Thursday, didn't we? Not a local derby, really, is it, for you?
It's 2 East Midlands sides, isn't it, as you say?
You needed that win, didn't you, after, obviously, your defeat against the Blades. But you need to back it up in a week now. That's what you need to do now. If you follow that up with another win, and then you're going to climb up the table. I mean, you're just sort of, you're 14th now, 27 points. So you're only 3 off the playoffs. It's all about being consistent. This league, it's just about consistency. You've seen with Coventry winning, I think, 10 out of 11 before yesterday. If you do that, you're going to climb up the league, And there's loads of points to pick up because the standard's pretty poor, isn't it? It's not a great division at the moment, apart from Coventry. But if you win in the week, then you head into the game against us with back-to-back wins. So, and then you're into that Christmas period, like Steve said, loads of games, loads of points on offer, and you can soon shoot up the table, or you can go down the other way if you have some bad results.
Yeah. Evening, Colin. How are we? Harry Winks to bad egg. It's been moved onwards and upwards with the points deduction by this week. Bristol City 0, Leicester 2, then on to Ipswich, Cov, and Ipswich top 2 playoffs win for the Foxes. Interesting. We'll see what happens. In other news, sad news coming out of Charlton yesterday. Lifelong fan Norman Barker passed away at the game yesterday. So, yeah, condolences to his family at the sad time yesterday. The game obviously got called off, boys. I was sort of wondering what had happened at the game, but, yeah, medical emergency. And obviously, he sadly passed away yesterday. So, yeah, condolences to Norman Barker's family, the Charlton fan. Rich?
Yeah, it's so obviously we had a situation ourselves a couple of weeks ago where one of our supporters were having CPR in the crowd, and the game carried on. Luckily, he's had surgery and he's okay from that point. But yeah, it's always sad to hear any fan lose their life, especially at football. Because it's full of passion. Your heart rate's always up. So yeah, it's a sad time, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and family.
Yeah, I was on the way to our game, and they said on the radio it had been suspended, and you always fear the worst, don't you? And then the longer it went on, and then obviously you hear that sad news. And look, we all love football, don't we? But we all want to go to football and then go home to our loved ones. So look, best wishes to Norman's family and all the Charlton supporters. It's a tough time because you're going to have people around there who've probably sat with him for a long, long time. So he's been going for years. I see online about him. So you've got to think about them people as well, You go to the game and you're there with your friends, and you don't want to see something like that happen. So it's a tough time, and it's happening more and more, isn't it? I think at football.
It is.
Obviously, since COVID, I didn't really hear of it so much before COVID, but after that, you hear it quite often now. And we had one a couple of years ago, I think, when we played QPR at home. Yeah. And it's like Colin said, thoughts and prayers, there from everyone in town, and then it's just really sad. No one wants to sort of hear this news, do they?
Yeah, football's one big family, isn't it? We all support different clubs, and we all go to the games to watch the same thing. And it's good to support obviously each other through these obviously sad times and that. And rest in peace, Norman. Watford 3, Norwich 2. Did your sergeant score yesterday, Rich?
Yes, he did.
He finally got one since August. Talk to me about Watford's win.
Well, I mean, if you're Norwich, you've been struggling, and you've got your first home win against QPR, and then you obviously want to go to Watford and back it up, and you're winning twice. You know, they were leading twice in the first half there, and it's disappointing for Norwich to come away with no points. Obviously, with Sheffield United now, we'll talk about them in a bit, Jack. They're going to move away, but I think when you look at this league now, I think you're probably there's going to be like a mini league. I would have thought Sheffield Wednesday are gone. Yeah. It's going to be probably Norwich, Pompey, Oxford, maybe Swansea and Blackburn in there, possibly. You know, you've just
if they can finish a game.
We will talk about it.
We will talk about that next. I know Rich wants to dig it in.
If you're in there, you've just got to hope that you can finish top of that league. You know, it's a tough result for Norwich because if you're winning twice, you'd expect to take a point at least. You'd have thought, but unfortunately they didn't. And Watford got another home win, and they're doing quite well, aren't they? On the Javi Gracia, you know, they're 13th in the league. They're another team in that bunch. You've always got a chance in this league if you can put that form together, you know. So there might be someone who's surprised in that pack, come out of that pack, and then they can move up and get in the playoffs. Colin would like Salford, and so would I, because that's one of the 6 rounds I've not done. I've only got 6 to do, so I wouldn't mind doing that.
It's one that I need to look at, Salford City, so there's the one I need to tick off. So it'll be battle between Ipswich and Leicester for Salford then. Steve, Blackburn were 1-0 up in their game against Sheffield Wednesday. The rain come flooding down again. You might as well call it E-Flood Park at this point, mate, to be fair, because 2 games have been called off now. It's flooded again, and the pitch just didn't take it again, did it? And the referee took them in for 10 minutes. They got the rollers out and that, but it weren't really rolling with it, was it, at Blackburn, because the rain still carried on and they called off the game again. That's 2 games now called off by Blackburn. I believe it's something to do with the riverbank, is it? The side of the ground which goes underneath. It's not good again, is it, Steve, that these games keep getting called off? And I know Blackburn fans are absolutely frustrated with it now.
So, they do have drainage. It's just that it drains into the riverbank behind the goal, the actual stand itself. And when that's overflowing, it then can't flow into it, so it backs up. So, there's obviously issues there. It is embarrassing to be a championship club and have this twice in a season. Like, it's not good enough. But look, they'll have another game to play. They might win that next one. They might draw it. You never know. Like, look, I'll be honest, Jack, you've come to the wrong person here, because I've not experienced Blackburn being abandoned this season. Somebody else has.
I will wait until last for this one with Rich.
So I'm gonna pass it over to Rich to have this one.
What's the weather report, mate?
There I was at the game yesterday. We're in the second half, and then someone says behind me, "The Blackburn game's been suspended." And I'm thinking, what's going on there? Yeah, it's looked. You can sometimes, very rarely, get signal inside Portman Road. But one of my boys, got it up on his phone. They were having a 10-minute stoppage. You know, it had rained. It didn't look as bad when he dropped that ball. You know, the referee does his thing, then he with a ball, Stephen. He goes, "Stop." It didn't look quite as bad, but they got them little rollers out. You know, trying to get the water off. I mean, it's embarrassing a little bit now. You know, one you could probably think, but 2, I remember. I think after our game, boys, they'd done on the Blackburn, on one of their YouTube channels, they'd had an interview with the groundsman. I think they've got quite an old pitch there, you know. So it probably needs investment. But I mean, I was chatting to a Blackburn fan at the game last week, and he said the Venkies haven't been here for 5 years. So I know they're their owners, but they're not really that bothered. So it's just one of them things, isn't it? I mean, if you're going up to Blackburn any time in the winter, please check the weather and dress appropriately. There you go.
Take your waders with you.
Okay, mate. It come off his shin, mate, and skipped into the net, mate. Sent Leicester fans into limbs. Evening, doing all right. Heading towards Christmas, Elliot. Big up, mate. Even my hoops won at Blackburn. Lovely. Well, at least you haven't had to reschedule your fixture. But yeah, this pitch situation, it just keeps going on. And I know Blackburn fans say it's bloody typical the way the club's going at the minute, and they're probably right.
Did you know? Did you know a fact? Did you know a fact, boys? That Blackburn have had more games abandoned at Ewood Park this season, Steve, than home wins. You know that, did you?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
It can't happen again, can it?
Stop it! No, I knew I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this fucker. I thought Jack was teeing it up for a second there, and then you came in with it.
Finish it off, Rich.
It can.
Right, deduction, both of you, one off.
Right, that's what Bristol City 0, Millwall 1. Rich, I'm going to come to you with this one, mate. Good win for Millwall with Ivanovic. Obviously, both sides had some good chances in the game, but what happened at full time?
Did they have a goal disallowed?
Unbelievable.
Did they have a goal disallowed, Bristol City, near the end, I think?
I
I haven't seen the highlights. I've seen obviously what happened at full time. I think you've got the two managers.
It's crazy.
Alex Neil and Gerard Struber, and I think Jason Knight gets involved, doesn't he? I think he's Bristol City captain. He gives Alex Neil a little shove, doesn't he?
And then the assistant manager comes out from Millwall and starts grabbing hold of it.
It is chaos, isn't it? Everyone's getting involved. There's one of the Millwall players. He's down in the penalty area at the other end. And one of the players is sort of looking after him. And then he sort of looks up, sees what's going on, and off he goes. He comes running over to get involved. I'm thinking, there's people sprawling on the floor. I mean, it's just. But they said there was
chaos.
But they said, boys, there was nothing really in the game, so it wasn't like there was like a build up to that. It's just football is, like Steve said, it's passionate, and people do lose their heads, and they probably
not managers a lot.
They're probably thinking this morning, Alex Neil and probably their manager and other people probably thinking we probably didn't behave there in the best way. They'll both get a fine. They'll both get a fine, won't they? You'd have thought they'll get a slap on the wrist, and yeah.
Follow us up to the win then. 3-0. Statement win for Ipswich over the league leaders Coventry. Talk to me about that, because it looked all Ipswich, but then Coventry fans would argue that Mr. Bread and Butter should have been sent off.
If you look at the game as a whole, and I do agree with Lampard. I don't think it's really a 3-0 game when you look at the game as a whole, because in the first half they were probably the better side. Christian Walton, our goalkeeper's done a brilliant save, tip one onto the post. Eccles gets booked for them boys. He kicks the ball away. They give away a free kick, and he sort of fires a shot over the bar. Referee Paul Tierney, I think he's been a Premier League ref. I don't know if he's a Premier League ref. He yellow cards him because he's kicked the ball away. Fair enough. Hurst gets a yellow card himself, Jack, and then he goes through. It's an offside. He clearly checks his run and stops. Then he continues. The whistle's gone, and he kicks the ball. He fires it past the goal. And I've seen our fans saying, "Oh yeah, stop crying, Lampard." Look, it's a clear second yellow. It's a clear red card. The reason the ref probably not give it to him is because if he hadn't, it's one of them ones where we've all seen at football where you know when someone, if they hadn't been booked, they'd get a yellow card, but because they were on a yellow, they think, "Oh shit, I've got to give him another yellow, and I've got to send him off here." So. And look, it should have been 11 against 10. It wasn't. Then we scored before half time, and then Hurst had an absolute stinker, Jack, in the first half. He was absolutely terrible. Couldn't trap a bag of cement. And then he goes and he misses a 1-on-1 in the second half, and then he gets his goal, and he did improve, and then we scored another one. And look, in the end, it's a good win. Coventry look quite a good side. I think they'll bounce back. I think they're playing Preston in the week, but I think sometimes. When we've played these teams at Portman Road before, they come and they sit in and they make it difficult. And I knew Coventry wouldn't do that. You know, I knew they'd come and attack, and they've scored, 50 goals. We were lucky. I think they had 3 of their best players were out. Torp was out, Sakamoto, Thomas Asante. So you're seeing they've got quite a thin squad. I think they had 2 goalkeepers on the bench yesterday. One of them kept trotting by us, Steve, going to warm up. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing, mate? Patsy was cold. Coventry will be all right. As for Town, it's a good win, but you have to follow it up now. We've got Stoke in the week, and it's all about being consistent in this league. And Lampard was I see he had a little dig in his post-match about parachute team and bringing on subs. Fuck off, Frank. I'm not interested in all that. And he did say he's a bad loser. And
the thing is, you just need to take the result on the chin. You're only second defeat of the season.
He's got enough of them.
Well, there is that. But look, Coventry are a good side. I don't think it'll affect them. They got Preston in the week. I don't think they've won something like at Preston, Jack, for over 50 years. They've got a real poor record there. So it's interesting to see how they bounce back. If they had another defeat, then it gets a little bit of chatter, don't they? And people saying, Coventry, are the wheels coming off? I think they'll be fine. They're a good side.
Talking about Preston, they drew 1-1 with Wrexham. Wrexham take their unbeaten run now to 7 league games. Another good point for Parkinson's men. QPR 3, West Brom 1, putting more pressure on the West Brom coach now, Steve. What do you reckon? Will he lose his job soon, Ryan Mason? Because what the hell was their defence and the keeper doing, Steve? Because they're just not communicated. Then QPR scored probably the most easiest goal they're going to score all season.
Yeah, I think that if they lose on in midweek against Southampton, they could he'd be gone. They're in. Well, actually, do I think that? Because if you look at the last 5 games, they've won 2 and drawn 1 and only lost 2. So, it's not awful form, but and they're only sort of 5 points off the playoffs. So I think he might stay till Christmas. Actually, ignore that first bit. I don't think he loses his job. I think he's there until at least January at this point. But yeah, they're not great, are they? Like they really flattered to deceive against us, and it seems like they go into games and they win the odd game here and there against teams they should be beating. But then, to lose 3-1 against QPR, I don't know, 1-1 against Birmingham, it's not ideal. But look, Wrexham, fair play. They're right up there. Kiefer Moore with his 8th goal of the season. I don't think they'll go down now. I think they'll be completely fine. It might push up towards the playoffs, but right now, look, they're going to strengthen in January, clearly. So, yeah, fair play to them.
Rich, Sheffield United 4, Stoke City 0. It's not really going great for Stoke, is it, at the minute, mate? 4-0.
Can you say that quietly, please? Because we've got them on Wednesday night.
Well, they've had 1 win in 5 now, Stoke, going into the game against Ipswich. But 4-0 defeat. Sheffield United were good in the game, by the way. Took the chances.
Bamford on the mark.
Patrick Bamford with another goal. Peck with another goal. And they seem to be finding their feet quite quickly now under Chris Wilder. They're unbeaten now. They're unbeaten in 5.
They're still my outside bet for the playoffs. I said a few weeks ago that was.
Yeah.
And then,
I think they'll turn it around now, Sheffield United, and they're really starting to have lift off.
I think I put that tweet out on that Friday when they were 2-0 up against Preston after 10 minutes, and then they bloody went and lost, didn't they? So it looked a bit of a muck. But I think now, look, they were struggling to score goals, weren't they, at the start of the season? But now they're scoring. Stoke, they're down to 6th. Big game for them against us. On Wednesday night. It's a long season for a lot of these teams. You're up there now, an early season, but this is where I think with teams like us and you and maybe Southampton, we got that little bit of a better squad than some of these teams. And this is the test, for Mark Robins,
Yes. Well,
But they've never really... I don't even think they've got in the playoffs since they've been relegated from the Premier League. So, look, they would have took 6th at this stage of the season, but their form's going the wrong way at the minute, and they do need to turn it round. So, be interesting to see how they come and how they play on Wednesday night. Do they come and have a go at us, or do they think, right, we're going to go there, we just shipped 4 goals, we're going to have a low block, and we're just going to try and maybe nick a point? But I'm pretty confident playing them,
81 points to play for now in the Championship, by the way.
There you go.
Oh no, Stoke lost another game of football. Oh dear.
Right. Southampton 3, Birmingham 1 is the game. Birmingham still struggling away from home. It's not looking good for the Blues. Damari Gray did score again. He's starting to find his feet now. He scored, 2 in his last 2 now. Damari Gray, Steve. Southampton, though, marched out with 3 points again. They've picked up 5 wins out of the last 6 now under the permanent manager.
Yeah, doing really well, and I think they're sort of the outside bet now for second place with Ipswich as well, I guess. But they look strong, and we said at the start of the season they've got a decent squad. It will take time for them to settle. Will still leaving has probably helped them significantly. They had a manager at the club that had been there since last year, so sort of knew the club a bit better. So yeah, fair play. They're pushing up the league, and yeah, I think they'll be challenging right at the top there. Come May time.
Steve, he's done all right, hasn't he, Steve Rich. Ton Eckert, he's took the job now
youngest
on a
coach now, isn't he? Youngest coach in the Championship at 32. It's funny really it's funny how teams like you've got the same group of players there. You don't know, does the message not get across from still? It's one of those, but you can't knock him for what he's done so far. I mean, Adam Armstrong started scoring now, Jack. He's always good in this league. I think Finn Azaz's got another goal, so they're looking upward, aren't they? And they're a team to watch. I think now they're sitting in 11th. They're in with you. There's so many teams in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 27. And you're only just outside them playoffs. So this is the time to hit your form. Maybe add some players come January for the Saints. But yeah, look, they're looking good, and they'd be a good bet, I think, for the playoffs now.
Yeah, I think they've done really well under Eckert. Southampton, they're scoring goals for fun at the minute. They've only had that odd defeat against Millwall, but it never affected them. Jack, hope you don't mind me dropping in. It's me, the Gobby Ram. Got to say congratulations. You proper take the Euron out of Derby. Nice to know that, by the way. Fair play to you. Came to beat us, and as you did. Well, thanks for the dropping in, Paul. We appreciate it, mate. If you can hit a like on the show, be appreciated. But thanks for the 3 points, mate. Silence of the Rams. We'll take the points. Much needed points. And
I like that one. Silence of the Rams. Very good, Jack. You've been practicing that one, haven't you? You've been storing that one up.
I have, mate. I really have. The last one, Steve. Vitor Matos, the Swansea manager, has now picked up a 2-0 win over Oxford. Much needed win for the Swans because they were looking rather downwards than upwards, Steve, Swansea. But yeah, much needed win for them one. Yeah,
against an Oxford side that, are tricky to beat at home, but away from home, they're not ideal. A 2-0 win, some decent goals. But yeah. Let's get on to the most important bit now, Jack. The predictions, all right? Let's get on to it.
Right. We've chatted for 33.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right. So if you want to just skip it, the 33 minutes, and just post the predictions, just do so. We do apologise. Definitely silence to the Rams. Zamora, great striker, mate. Lovely playoff goal, wasn't it, Rich? The Zamora one, mate, against Derby.
Bobby Zamora.
Blah, Jack. Come on, get to it. Come on, you just said we were talking too much.
Talking about Bobby Zamora.
Right.
He's still fishing. He used to have a fishing program, didn't he?
Rich was winding up Paul, the Derby fan. He said Zamora, as in the playoff goal that Zamora scored against Derby years ago.
Richie Keogh, what a shit pass that was. Go back and watch it. It's right at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Right.
And then he bends it in the corner.
Let's get on to Championship predictions. Week 20, midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday games. Ewood Park. Is this one going to be called off with rain? Well, that's a question. What is the weather like at Blackburn on Tuesday night is the question for these Oxford fans travelling. Will they need the umbrellas, the boats on the pitch? Will the players be playing bloody water sports? Who knows what to deal with at Blackburn. But Blackburn back at home, taking on Oxford. Steve, we'll start with you for this one, mate. Both sides only won 1 in the last 5, by the way, going into this. Talk to me about this.
I was hoping you'd come to me last, to be honest. So can we switch it around and you guys give me your prediction and I'll tell you mine afterwards? It's not. I guarantee it's not going to be the same.
All right. Well, Rich. Blackburn have won just 3 of their last 8 home matches at Ewood Park.
Well, 2 of them have been abandoned. 2 of them have been abandoned, haven't they? Like I say, they've got more abandonments, and I think it will be a home win.
Yeah.
If the match is completed at Blackburn on Sea. I'll go for a 2-1 Rovers win.
Birmingham, Oxford,
You only
Abandon.
sing when you're swimming, Rovers fans.
Another washout, maybe. Right, I'm going Blackburn 2, Oxford 0.
Perfect. So I don't know if you've seen the forecast, but it's heavy wind and heavy rain on Tuesday night.
This is everywhere, isn't it? I think
it is. But we all know how bad Blackburn is. I'm going either postponed or abandoned. The same thing.
So if this comes to fruition, Steve gets the point.
Yep.
Yeah, if it happens.
Yep.
Or if watch it, fine its prediction, and if it don't get called off.
That's it. I'm going abandoned and postponed.
All right.
I'm not giving a score because I don't think it's going to go ahead. If it's heavy rain and they're struggling already with a waterlogged pitch, it's not going to go ahead.
Do you remember Soccer AM? Sheephead.
Yeah.
Light drizzle. What
Right.
a programme that was. Soccer
It
AM.
was.
Unbelievable.
Right, Charlton.
Great age.
Charlton struggling in the last few games. Middlesbrough, they banged in the goals against Hull, and yeah, they're a side who are playing very well going into this game. They picked up 3 wins in the last 5. They're second in the league, 36 points. Charlton have lost their last 4 matches, by the way, conceding 11 goals in them 3 out of 4 matches. No draws in the last 5 meetings between these two. Middlesbrough ranked second away from home. They've scored 11 goals in their last 5. Steve?
I have gone for a 3-1 Middlesbrough win against Charlton. I think they'll do the business.
Rich?
Do you think Charlton could get sucked in down the bottom there a little bit now? They're 23 and they're 6 clear. Yeah, I think home form's going to be really important for Charlton. They're hitting the buffers. It's a long season, Like I said the other day, they were up there early and they're giving it the big end. I remember when they won at Az, they won 3-0, and they deserve that, to be fair. But I don't think they'll be getting nothing on Tuesday night. I think it'll be a 2-0 Borough win.
I'm going Charlton 0, Middlesbrough 3.
Fair enough.
Lovely stuff. Right, on to Deepdale then. Where I believe you said 50 years, is it?
Yeah, I think they've got a really bad record there, Cov.
Bloody hell. That's not good, is it? Well, they're coming off a defeat to, obviously, Ipswich. I've got Preston losing 2-1. I think Coventry bounced back. Steve?
I've gone 2-1 as well.
Rich?
I think they're taking nearly 5,000 there on Tuesday night, Cov. So that's brilliant support. I'll go 3-1 Coventry.
3-1. Lovely stuff. Let's see what some of the comments have got. 2-2. 2-1 Preston. 2-1 Preston. 2-1 Preston. Nigel and Collins having a bit of a back and forth in results, beginning the same result. But then we go to Sheffield United, free-flowing Sheffield United. Oh, this could be a long evening for Norwich City, by the way. It is a long travel, isn't it, to Sheffield? I think they could be watching this through their fingers, to be fair. Do I think they could turn over Sheffield United? Anything can happen in football, but I just don't see it. I've got Sheffield United winning 2-0. Rich?
Yeah, I'm with you. I was going to go 2-0. I don't see him getting anything there. What are they now? 22. So they're 9 points clear of Norwich. And a few weeks ago, they were pretty neck and neck, weren't they? So it shows now what's happening if you can win some games. Yeah, I don't think Norwich are going to get nothing there. It's going to be a 2-0 Blades victory.
Lovely. Steve?
3-0. 3-0 to Sheffield United.
Very nice. Next one, St Mary's. West Brom are coming back off a 3-1 defeat. Southampton have just won 3-1, by the way. So, St Mary's, midweek. I've got Southampton 3-0 winners. Steve?
2-0. 2-0 for me.
Yep, 2-0 for me as well. Look at this. We're properly jumping through it tonight. Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going.
Say it well. Right. Next one. Swansea taking on Pompey. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a few stats for this one, actually. Swansea have lost 4 of their last 5 championship matches, conceding 12. But they did win their last one against Oxford 2-0. Portsmouth can leapfrog Swansea with a win despite failing to score in 5 of their last 8 matches. A win. Failed to score in last 5. Portsmouth have won just 1 in their last 7 championship matches, by the way. They don't have a great away record. And I think that goes on in this one. I've got Swansea winning this one in 20th versus 22nd. 2-1 to the Swans. Steve?
2-0 Swansea.
Rich?
Portsmouth are shit, basically.
Pompey need to win it because if Swansea can beat them, they go 6 points clear, and that sort of gives them a bit of daylight. Home win, 1-0.
3-0. Dan's gone 5-0 Southampton. It's a bit optimistic, that is, isn't it? When anything can happen in the rain, can't it? We've seen it at Blackburn, clearly. 3-0 Swans. Dan's gone 3-2. He's expecting a 5-goal thriller at Swansea. Next one, QPR versus Birmingham. Will that away record come to an end, and can they finally win away from home? It's been a while for Birmingham. Steve, what you got for this one, mate? Loftus Road.
Yeah, well, QPR, look, they've won the last 2 at home. Excuse me. There. Doing all right, mid-table, sort of, well, 10th, so I guess better than mid-table. I've gone for a 3-1 Birmingham win. I just think Birmingham are going to get back onto winning ways. They're pretty good, Birmingham, aren't they?
Yeah, they seem to be at home. They need to match that away from home, though, if they are to make any sign in the playoffs this season. Rich, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I think they need to win, and I think they will win. When was their last away win, Jack? I think we touched on it on Thursday, didn't we? It was a Preston, wasn't it? 1-0. Mm-hmm. So that's a while back. And they've obviously had a defeat at the weekend at Saints, but I don't think anyone was really probably surprised at that because Southampton are on some form. But I think they need to win. They're on 28. They're in 8th. Could take them into the playoffs with a win. I think I'm going to go 2-1 for Brom.
Birmingham's last win was Tuesday, the 21st of October. So it's been a while for them. I'm going to go. What have you two gone, by the way?
2-1.
No, I don't have to tell you again. You just.
All right. I've got QPR 1, Birmingham 1. I'm going to go for a draw.
There you go. Well, I went 3-1, so, but I beat you to it this week. I told you the results before you could even get there.
You did. Yeah. Right. I've done it bloody back to front. QPR should have been after this one, but we're going to go to this one anyway. Richard's beloved Watford. He loves to go for a 2-1. I wonder if he's got it for this one. Will he give Sheffield Wednesday a goal? Rich, I'm going to come to you for this one, mate. Watford, Sheffield Wednesday. How do you think it goes for Vicarage Road?
No goals for the Owls. I'm going for a shutout for Watford. It's going to be a home win. Is it 2-0? Is it 3-0? I'll go 2-0 to Watford at home. They're strong at home.
Yep. 4-2. Yeah, I've got 2-0 Watford as well. Steve?
I've gone 3-0 Watford. I think you're right. I don't think Wednesday will score.
No. I think they'll give it a decent fight, but yeah, Watford at home. They're good, aren't they? That comeback against Norwich will give them an even bit of a boost now going into this one. So, yeah, things aren't really pretty at Sheffield Wednesday. So, let's go to Ashton Gate. Bristol City versus Leicester City. Can the Foxes make it back-to-back wins, Steve? What do you reckon, mate? How does this one go at Ashton Gate on Wednesday night?
I think we turn up like we did in the first half. I think we'll win this one 2-1. I'm not going. Thank God I'm at a gig Wednesday night, so I won't be heading down to Bristol. So good luck to the fans that are making that trip. And as we all know, when I don't go to away games, Leicester win. So, 2-1.
I've got Bristol City 0, Leicester 2. Rich, what you got, mate?
I think it'll be a Leicester win. I'm siding with Steve. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Leicester, and then you'll be on a bit of form before you face us next Saturday and fall to defeat.
Yeah. Well, not for us, but for you.
We'll see.
Robins 1, Leicester 2, 3-1. Well, if we can get 3-1 back to back, Dan, that'd be an even better, mate. Jordan James with another goal, potentially. Right, Pride Park. Derby taking on Millwall. I reckon Derby 0, Millwall 1. Steve.
Sorry, my cat just meowed the loudest it's ever meowed next to me as you said that. Did you say 1-0 to Millwall?
1-0 Millwall.
Yeah, okay. Just honestly, I was like, ow! I was like, fucking hell. Yeah, I've gone for 1-0 Millwall as well.
Rich?
They're doing brilliant, aren't they, Millwall? Third in the league with a negative goal difference. They're only two off. They're only 2 off Middlesbrough. I think it'll be another away win for Millwall. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1.
Lovely stuff. Guys, hit the like button. We'll set the like target at 53 likes. I don't know how many we're on at the minute, Steve. So if you can share, that'd be fantastic. No, everyone hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And you're new to the Championship predictions. We do this on a weekly basis. So there's going to be 46 shows.
Oh my Lord.
Where you'll
see really loud, isn't she? 20. We're on 20 at the moment. So everyone, there's 42 of you in here. Come on, give us the like.
Yeah. So we're about halfway, near enough, which is good. Rich, I'm going to come with you for this one, mate. Ipswich 2. Right, well,
you're giving away your prediction already, Jack.
It's a game of 2, actually. See what I did there? It's the second game of the week for Ipswich, as it is for Stoke. What do you reckon for this one? Ipswich.
Well, Mr. Bread and Butter is having a night off because he's got 5 bookings, so he will not be playing.
Make about 8 changes, though.
I'd like to think that now we've got a win, and I think that looks as probably his strongest 11 that he played yesterday. Unless you got injuries, unless you got suspensions, try and stick to it now, McKenna. Because it's the only way I think that you're going to get any consistency in your team. Oh look, there she is. Oh, look at that! What a lovely pussy.
Yeah. It's the issue is whenever she's not allowed on the I sit here and she stands next to me down on the box and she's like, "Can I come up?" And I'm always like, "No, say that," and then she just forces her way up anyway. So,
but I think it'll be another win for Town. I'm going to go for another clean sheet and a 2-0 victory for Town.
Oh, yep.
It's the battle of the playoff places. Stoke are obviously occupying the final playoff position, but they've lost 4 of their last 5 matches. Stoke have just won 2 of their last 7 away matches, but they have scored 5 goals in their last 5. Ipswich, a win would see Ipswich. What we got? Ipswich are 4th, so that would take them. Let's have a look at the table. That would take them just above Millwall. If Millwall fail to win, then
we just got to keep winning. We're going to hunting down the top 2. We just got to keep winning now.
But no, you beat the league leaders, and I think you'll carry on 2-0 to Ipswich Town. Steve, what you got, mate?
So I'm not going to make it a hat trick. I was going to go 2-0, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to say 3-0 Ipswich.
Ooh, 3-0. How's Furlong playing, Rich?
Look, he's a steady right back in the Championship. He's no frills, not that great going forward, but defensively, he's all right. He's not bad.
Lovely stuff. Right, the last one is the MKM Stadium. Hull taking on unbeaten Wrexham. Wrexham unbeaten in 7 going into this, by the way. Hull have lost 3 of their last 4 matches. Hull haven't kept a clean sheet in 6, while Wrexham are unbeaten in 7. Hull do score quite a few goals, by the way. Obviously, it didn't against Middlesbrough. They are the most unpredictable side. Unbeaten in the last 6 Championship matches with 2 wins and 4 draws, Wrexham. A win would see them overtake Hull. They find some good form. They're defensively sound at this minute in time. Steve, how do you reckon Hull and Wrexham go, mate, in the last one?
I've gone for a 2-1 Wrexham win. Hull are unpredictable, but I think Wrexham are in decent form, and Keith Moore is in the form of his career so far. So, 2-1 win for Wrexham, not Wrexham.
2-1 Wrexham. Rich, what you got, mate?
Similar. I'll go. I was going to go 2-1. I think I'll go 3-1 just to be different. I don't want to copy Steve. I think Wrexham are on good form. I know I did sort of say that Parkinson might not make the end of the season, but I think he's doing a really good job there. They're pretty consistent. They're in the middle of the league, push up towards the playoffs. Probably have some money to spend in January. Kiefer Moore, he's decent at this level. If you get service into him, he's going to score some goals. Huller on the way down a little bit, I think, Jack. If you can't keep clean sheets, I think you're gonna struggle. They score a few goals, but they need to shore up that defence. So that's why I'm going to go 3-1 to Wrexham.
I'm going to switch my whole win, and I'm going to go 2-2. 2-2 in the game. Desmond. I think this could be an interesting one where both sides get quite a few goals in each of the nets. Who's your favourite Leicester player? Is it Vardy? Yeah, can't argue with that. Rich, what about you with Ipswich?
Favourite ever player?
So if you had to choose like a favourite Leicester player, favourite Ipswich player from the current, and then a favourite all-time Ipswich player.
From the current team, I struggle at the minute because if you'd have said it a couple of years ago, I'd say Sam Morsey. I think he was a really good captain for us. Going back, probably like John Walk was one of my heroes growing up. Jason Dezelle, I remember him. Speak to him a bit now. So yeah, probably go then. If I had to pick a player in the current team, I would probably. I think I'd struggle to pick a favourite player at the minute. I don't feel that the promotion team, we were all like, you had that close connection. Where at the minute, I don't quite trust this team. We had a good win yesterday against Coventry, no doubt, but you've got to grow that trust. So I don't really have a favourite player at the minute. Marcus Stewart's another one, Eric. Yeah, he's a really good shout.
Big shout out to Kevin Stinfield. Raised over £1 million this week for MND community. There's only one Marcus Stewart.
Yeah, he done 7. He done 7 ultra marathons, guys. He started off over our way in Bury, and he ran to the football club. 7 in 7, Steve. Unbelievable.
Not a chance. Before anyone gets any ideas, not a fucking chance.
Yeah, Steve, get running, mate.
Nah.
Lincoln to Leicester.
It's about a marathon from Lincoln to Leicester. No, it is about 35. Yeah, 35 miles. Yeah.
It's all right, Steve. If you run now, mate, you might make it for the Ipswich game.
I'll make it there tomorrow, Jack.
It depends how fast you run, actually. You can start off anytime you like.
Right. I'm going to work it out. Before we go, I'm going to work it out, right? So for me to get down to the King Power Stadium right now, it's 48 miles, right? So if I was to walk that, it would take me 24 hours. So if I was to run it, it's going to take me about, 12 to 16. So to say I'm not going to get there till next Saturday, that's outrageous. Hang your fucking head in shame, you disgusting human being.
Right. All right. We'll set you off on Thursday then. How about that? You can have a break in between. BT, Walk, Mariner. I have loads now, as usual. Yeah. That's it then. Hit the like button. Championship prediction. 53 likes were set for this one. If we can get any more, we'd be grateful. Subscribe to the channel. We are back next week. Thursday, 6 o'clock, boys, or 6:30?
Either should be fine. I'm just double checking. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, 6 o'clock's fine.
Are we doing a match preview show as well?
We are. Yeah.
What time is that?
Should it 8:30? 8:30
is good. 8:30 is good for me. 8:30 is good.
It's good for me. Yeah. And that is it from us then. But that is it. The championship predictions. Week 21 will be back Thursday, 6 o'clock for anyone who's wondering. More waffle to come. And let's see how our games go on this week. Now, cheers, boys. Take care. And we'll catch you again in the next one.